Tell them run it up. I wake up. Yeah.
I wake up, flex, thumb down now.
Check.
No drip, this.
Wet.
Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no
Rest.
Might crash, might
wreck.
But first I
Stretch.
Tell 'em run it up. I wake up,
Flex.
thumb down now.
Check.
No drip, this.
Wet.
Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no
Rest.
Might crash, might
wreck.
But first I
Stretch.
Tell 'em run it up.
9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady. I wake up,
Flex.
thumb down now.
Check.
No drip, this.
Wet.
Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no
Rest.
Might crash, might
wreck.
But first I
Stretch.
Tell 'em run it up. I wake up,
Flex.
thumb down now.
Check.
No drip, this.
Wet.
Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no
Rest.
Might crash, might
wreck.
But first I
Stretch.
Tell 'em run it
Y'all
up.
gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself there getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name.
I wake up,
Flex.
thumb down now.
Check.
No drip, this.
Wet.
Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no
Rest.
Might crash, might
wreck.
But first I
Stretch.
Tell 'em run it up. I wake up,
Flex.
thumb down now.
Check.
No drip, this.
Wet.
Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no
Rest.
Might crash, might
wreck.
But first I
Stretch.
Tell 'em run it up.
Plain on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real. I'm not person making lists, for real. I stay low and stack my chips, for real. You keep looking for a flip, for real. That's not wealth, that's rich, for real. For real, 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 for real. Really real, really real, really real, really real. For real, for real, for real, for real. No liens on the whip, for real. I get bored, I take a trip, for real. Take a loss, I never trip, for real. Been in shock, I'm not a lick, for real. Don't trust the soul, it's on my hip, for real. Make a move and you get hit, for real. No pictures by the crib, for real. Can't let them know just where I live, for real. For real, 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 for real. Really real, really real, really real, really real. For real, for real, for real, for real. Plain Jane on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real.
Good morning all. Hope everyone is well. Hope everyone is good. Let me make sure all systems go. You guys know the drill. Camera seems to be broken. Let me fix it. Mr. Camera. My second camera. Ugh. All right, let's see if it's working. Yes, sir. Good. Let's get a GBP CPI today. We're seeing, this is more, I think, from yen, a little bit from GBP, but we're seeing also from yen some of this. Euro JPY up 0.43%, USD JPY up 0.42%, and GBP JPY up 0.5%. So a little bit from the yen here, but also helping with the GBP. If we look over yesterday, GBP did have some strength. So kind of that coming together. But ahead of CPI here. So ahead of CPI, I think that has something to do with it. But yeah, pumped very nicely over Asian. This is Asian open here. Not Asian, but daily open, Asian session breakout. Continuation now into London. So yeah, very clean move, to be honest. Early on during the day, filled this LTA quite nicely once we got the close above, and then boom, it's filling towards the top of the range now. So let's see what's going on overall, and then take it from there, right? And then take it from there. So first of all, need to check the news. Obviously, I know it's CPI today for the GBP. They're expecting numbers to come out a little bit higher, a little bit higher than previous. So expecting numbers to come out around 2.2, which, you know, their target was 2%. They did get 1.7% last time. So inflation coming out higher right now should allow them to keep interest rates literally higher. But I think it might become low. If it comes lower, then we'll see GJ dump. Actually, we'll see GJ dump. Because the GBP will have some weakness as we expect more interest rate cuts. If we see it come back higher than expected, yeah, it's going to bring even more strength into the GBP as what we have right now. In terms of later on today, nothing too, nothing really much going on overall for the rest of the day. It's kind of just this GBP CPI in about 20 minutes. So that is going to be, basically the main news event we have to sort of wait for to see what's going on. Obviously, we're at highs right now. We have no structure formed, nor do we have ranges formed, which is kind of what we need right now, right? That's what we need coming at this point in the market here. So if we're starting off on daily time frame, we can see daily time frame had this beautiful liquidity grab yesterday, closing the daily candle here. This would be a great close if we were starting the day making a bottom wick, but obviously the day has made a majority, you could say, of a move here. We're back up into this resistance zone. I wonder if this is going to have any relevance. Right now it doesn't. Next zone is going to be all the way up here at daily resistance. In terms of daily time frame, does it happen in one candle? Not necessarily. But at the moment, we're just pushing here ahead of news. A lot of people trying to buy up pound right now, which is extremely interesting. Also with a slightly weaker yen. Looking at 4 hour, yeah, we are crossing this previous 4 hour here. It's not being any issues. Next kind of previous 4 hour we have is this. And in terms of 1 hour, I think we have a 1 hour resistance here as well. Let's mark that. I think that's the same on the 15. Hopefully it's not cascading. I do think it is the same. Make ours mark up, yeah, it's 30 minutes as well, 15 as well. So yeah, hopefully we can reject somewhere from here and not tap this target, right? And then we can trade the pullback to continuation to tap this target. In terms of higher time frame targets being tapped, not really. Just more momentum is in the market at the moment. We need some sort of structure to put stop loss below instead of just buying the highs. At any point this can give a pullback, kind of like back here. At any point this type of pullback can come back. You can see that this literally tapped nothing but decided to pull back. Why? It's just, basic people taking profit, losing of momentum, creates range, and then you get your next move. So we kind of need the same thing, either range to create, so we have liquidity because range creates liquidity, or pullbacks, right? Pullbacks, those are one of the two things that create liquidity in the market to give us the next move. Because if you imagine here, if you're buying the highs, it actually has like diminishing returns, because for price to push back up to this next resistance is only 12 pips, but look at the downside is 28. You see the difference? So this is what happens, is you normally notice this diminishing returns where the upside is becoming smaller compared to the downside, where you can, let's say, keep stops on a minimum basis, right? So on a minimum basis, you'd be keeping stops like, below the previous low, 28 pips. For 12 pips, it starts to become very risky, and this is where your losses become bigger than your wins, right? Because you're trying to buy highs like this without structure. Now imagine this candle closed bearish, next one closed bearish as well, next one closed bullish, and then the next one closed bullish above. Not only did that create liquidity, but your stop loss is now maybe 10-12 pips for a target of 10-12 pips, right? Because now you've adjusted the ranges and you're not trading in the volume push that you would have been on in over Asian somewhere from here, right? Probably this candle close, setup 3 here would be the one. So yeah, let's see what ends up happening for the rest of the session here, and we'll come back to that. Now for GU as well, same type of thing. We need to see what happens with news. If news dumps 100 pips, again, you know, I do expect at least a 30-40 pip move in one direction, but it's going to be very dependent of where we move. So GU is actually interesting, as GU is still failing to close below this daily resistance here. So it is potential we roll over, but nevertheless we're still closing bullish. Same rejection wick we had on GJ is happening on GU. 4-hour time frames are breaking structure here, forming support above. So it looks like we do want to slowly but surely make our way towards the upside on GU here. Next target's going to be up towards this resistance. We can start to remove some of these lines down here. This can all go. Just keep it like that, clean. Yeah, looking at about, you know, gonna clone this, bring this up to 2.7 key level. There we go. So yeah, looking for the next 4-hour resistance. 1 hour at the moment looking a little bit choppy here until we leave the 1 hour resistance. Now once we leave this resistance here, yep, that looks good, but again, news is going to be our problem here. So we do have a bit of room once we start to leave this resistance zone here. Let's put this 15. So once we leave this resistance, we do have room. We do have room till about at least key level. Then we start to get into a sort of rejection zone. See what we're looking at, 5 pips here, and then to that is 9 pips. So let's see what news does with this one here. But if news can maybe do a liquidity grab down, then yeah, it would make sense to buy above that 15 as we have our range to fill. If not, if news just pops up, then obviously we need to come back and analyze it. Probably need to sit on the sidelines if news just pops straight up here, because we're going to reach targets, right? We're going to reach the 4 hour, we're going to reach zones like that, and full bullish bias today. Actually, no, we have mix. So technically, if it starts rejecting after news, we can't sell. We can't sell if it rejects after news. So that could be a possibility, but we can't really predict where news will land. How big will the candle be? Maybe we just get a pop up, a pop down, you know, and it doesn't do much. So realistically, waiting to see what that does is gonna be key here for us. So looking at gold here, gold had a very nice rally yesterday, moving towards the upside quite smoothly from after London session. After stream started moving up very nicely here, gave about a 60 pip push. New York session tried to continue here, gave a nice setup too, and then just came back, pulled back, and then over Asian we've been slowly making our way towards the upside, and now we pulled back a little bit here. So let's have a look what's going on. And let me clear some of the drawings here. Some of these levels we don't need anymore. Can keep this one can say buy, this can say buy. Then that's fine, that should look good. So 4 hour time frame, we have 4 hour support there, correct. Previous 4 hour resistance, correct. Key level is going to be a 4 hour resistance. Looking at bias, right? Previous daily bullish, obviously. Previous 4 hour is closing bearish here, looking like we're pulling back. So this 4 hour support is going to be our line of defense. If price wants to continue to remain bullish right now, it's going to need to respect that. We did have a very sharp move down here. What was that? That was like a 80 pip move down in one candle. I think it was like a couple of 5-minute candles. Yeah, so 80 pip move down at the moment. Right now we're sitting at this type of a previous 15-minute zone. It's also 30 daily flip there as well. Previous 15 up here as well. So what would I like to see right now? What would I like to see right now? Sells, there's no sells until we get below the 4 hour, right? We can't really sell this below the 4 hour because we're almost at target. We haven't tapped the 4 hour, which is interesting. Would have been beautiful if this tapped the 4 hour, give us confirmation that we tapped the 4 hour. So probably a close back above this resistance here. I think that would make sense. I think that would make sense. A close above this resistance to look for buys towards the upside. See what is going on here. 31 pips. We get above that 5, so we obviously see we are rejecting. We haven't created a strong support yet. 30-minute is still closing bearish, so I'd love to see something close above that resistance. If we can close above that resistance in about 13 minutes, we'll also give the 1 hour closing with a little bit better of a rejection, and also the 1 hour would close above this tiny structure. It's only one candle structure, but it's going to support the buys a little bit more, because we will be buying against a 1 hour bearish candle nevertheless. I mean, if this flips, then yeah, anyways, it's not going to be valid. But what will be beautiful as well is we have a 30-minute close. So you have the 1 hour closing above structure, you have a 30-minute candle closing bullish, you have the 15-minute candle closing bullish. If this 15-minute candle closed stronger, then yeah, we would have had a setup to rip right now, but it's closing pretty weak here. It's closing pretty weak. So I'd love to see the next 15 giving me that confirmation for the buys here. And that would be the plan for the buys here on Mr. Gold here. So wrap up the analysis with some DAX here, see what we got going on. DAX looks like it's moving nice here already in the morning. Pumping actually like GJ, which is interesting. DAX can be slightly impacted by GBP news, but nothing major. Luckily it's at the open, so that's good. So daily time frame closing bearish here. No bottom wick again. 4 hours moving very heavy towards the upside, so mixed bias here. Very heavy move towards the upside. One, two, three, four, five. So 1 hour has a beautiful zone here though. $30 minutes clean as well. 15-minute needs structure. Yeah, we're getting in a little bit of a messy zone. So let's come back to this, of course, at the open. Obviously now is not a time I trade DAX since spreads are very high right now. But at the open, I'll be interested in come back to this, see if we can trade back up towards this resistance. For sells to make sense today, I think we have some work to do. It is looking more bullish than bearish for me. Yeah, I need to see some sort of change of structure for sells, to be honest. This is looking more bullish to me. Even if we pull back, we can create a higher low. You know? Yeah. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. Some sort of structure before the open here, and then come back to it at the open. So yeah, let's see what ends up happening here, and yeah, we will trade accordingly. So plans are set. Now it's a game of let's see what happens with news, so we can make a little bit of a better plan for a GJ and GU. A gold plan is there. We'll see how that ends up closing on the 1 hour, which is about 11 minutes, and then we'll take it from there. So let's get it. Let's get it. IPC soon. It's not IPC, it's CPI, bro. How can you write it IPC instead of CPI, man? How do you write it backwards, bro? Shit, man. CPI, not IPC. French? Really? Really? But he wrote everything else fine. Soon, 13 minutes, sell or buy, typical question. We'll put it in chat. Let's put the chat. Make sure if you guys enjoyed the analysis to leave a like. 325 of us in here. If we can get the likes up to 100, would appreciate it. You guys know the drill. Hate to say it, or part of the game. It's called YouTube business. But let's put a poll. GBP CPI news. Up or down? Let's see your votes. All right. Let's see the votes, what the votes will come in. People see if the YouTube chat indicator works, right? Are you joking? No, I promise, bro. You tell me, tell good luck. I don't need luck to perform. I decide when to perform good, and when I'm playing win, I will destroy you. I think you need good luck in learning English, bro. That's what you need a little bit first before talking about a bit of destroying me, bro. I think that's the first thing. That's the first thing. After that, yes, you can talk about destroying me. You know, then we can see. I didn't even tell you good luck. That was the coolest villain speech. That's like the villain speech you get, and then it's just awkward silence after, you know? It's like all dramatic music, and you know, all of this is going on, dramatic and all of this, and then dead silence after. Womp womp. You put the cricket sound effect, you know. Can I be mod? Why would you like to be mod? Scared you're gonna be so pissed at everyone you just ban everyone. Yeah, if you show up often and you speak and you're active in chat, I'll make you mod, of course. More than happy. News came out the opposite of chat, lost account, everyone banned. I mean, the YouTube indicator has been pretty good. 64% of people are voting up, 89 votes. We need to have 100 votes to have like a kind of okay analysis. At least we have like, you know, a party of 50 and 50. But 64 are saying up. That's interesting, right? Price is moving up. They're actually not capped, because sometimes when price is moving down, they say it will go up. So now they're saying it's moving up. They say it's going to go up even more. Now, technically, per the forecast, if the forecast comes out, yes, it should go up. If it comes out as forecast, it should go up. But to be honest, this is pricing it in. This is damn pricing it in. So this is already pricing in the forecast, right? We're seeing the forecast be priced in, right? So do they use this? Do the institutions use this as exit liquidity to give a small pullback that can then lead to better buys? Right, everyone starts selling on the pullback. Like, this is how retail get absolutely messed up. They try buy into this, it pulls back, then they sell into the pullback, thinking that it's a reversal, it creates support, and then it goes towards the upside. You know, and they get totally screwed on both sides. What do you exactly mean by setup 1, 2, 3? Can you show on chart? Setup 1, 2, 3 is my setups. You should watch the video on my YouTube channel about setup 1, 2, and 3. It's called Top 3 Price Action Setups. They're the setups that I use. And if you show up to stream often, you'll get used to it. You can also check my stream journal to see the setup names there. Just search in the search tab on my channel. There's too much value in here. Too much value. I can't see the video right now. Maybe I skipped it. Top 3, where are you? There it is. This one here. This one right here. Top 3 price action entries. That's setup 1, 2, 3. Very original name. Complex name. Do you use ICT? Oof. Damn. That's not offensive to him, but it's like it's offensive to my my look, you know. That's what I'm feeling offended about, you know. That's what I'm feeling offended about. KOT report says institution and retail both bullish on GBP JPY. It's easy when they are trading against each other. Maybe they go the opposite way on news. What's the speculator saying? You know. So gold ended up failing. So this is fine anyways, because if we later get above here, it will give us buys. You see what I mean? So even if this closes bearish, if the next candle comes in and does something like that, it's nice. It's just creating better structure. Especially a little love tap to the support definitely would help Joe, yes. It will retest that breakout and head upwards. Yeah, we'll see. How long till news here? 4 minutes till news. How many votes we got? We got 118 votes and 90 likes. That's not bad. That's not bad ratio. 90 likes, 180 votes. Normally you guys are way off with votes and likes. So 65% still going strong, saying up, 36%, 35% saying down. We shall see who ends up correct here. I'm gonna play devil advocate. Nothing happens. GJ going down? We'll see. Chat says it's going up. A bit of down is now catching up. 37%. Still far away from 63%. Still far away from 63%. Looks like up will win. It will go down. We're at a strong resistance. Technically we're not. Technically we're not just yet. Yeah, we are at a zone, but we did... Yeah, did we close back inside? No, we didn't close back inside. So yep, it could flip, man. I actually take that back. Yeah, it could flip. But if it respects this previous 4-hour support, it's going up. That's a mad price action yesterday. Just comes in like that and one candle does the job. Look at this, just one 30-minute candle. Retrace that. How big is that 30-minute candle? Just a classic 100 pip candle to kickstart it. Give no one anywhere to put stop loss. Let's see it. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. JPY is very weak. It is weak. It'll be interesting with the speeches tomorrow as well. We could see some very volatile. We have Udea speaking as well tomorrow and the day after, I believe. I think, was it the day after? No, just tomorrow. So he's speaking tomorrow, Mr. Udea. We shall see what he says. Does he try bring some strength back into the yen here? GJ is going down and hit all stop loss for retailers. Well, if retailers were smart, they would close some of their position, put stops at break even, and let a moonbag do its job. If the moonbag doesn't run, you don't lose anything. And that's how you trade, right? Let's see, 44 seconds, votes are done. Votes come in 62% up, 32% down. Put the votes in chat. We ended up getting 160 votes here. So definitely good enough amount of votes to make an assumption here. 160 votes, 100 likes. Not bad, not bad. Normally we're very far away from like to vote counts, but I always catch you guys. You guys can vote, huh? Anything to gamble, ready to press the button. So let's see what happens here in 15 seconds. GJ forming a resistance, we'll see it go down. Maybe. Imagine it worked like that. The candle before news is the candle that gives the direction. That would be cool. Should experiment that. Oh, that triggered a lot of people into sells there. Nasty, nasty. So numbers must have come back up higher than or as expected, right? As expected is what it should have come back as, or something close to as expected. Yep. 2.3, right? 2.3 since we went up, right? Since we went up 2.3. So inflation coming back higher. Does anyone know why price went up? Let's see. Does anyone know why price went up? How big is spread right now? I'm interested. It's not bad. Spike, but kind of calm down. Reason it went up is because they're going to hold interest rates higher for longer because inflation ticked back up. So inflation came extremely low. I feel like this is a scam number. I feel like this is a scam number because I know for a fact on the ground in UK, things were not low inflation. Inflation was still a problem, right? But we're seeing a 1.7. So I feel like that's a scam number, especially us coming back at 2.3. So yes, Bank of England will hold rates, strengthening the pound here, sending us up in the short term back to previous 4-hour support. So we need to see, this kind of not the direction we wanted, as we've already been extended towards the upside. But man, people who had like a sell stop there, oof, that's nasty, bro. Imagine you had sell stop here. 9.2 and then boom, 48 pip, crying yourself to sleep. This is inflation of the last year, not as a whole. It's compounding on top of the previous years, which gives a big percentage then. Yeah, but the fact is then where you get 1.7, right? It's not, it's year on year though. So it's compared. But where do you get 1.7? So we know inflation for a fact has been difficult. So how do they get 1.7 below their target? And then suddenly a jump to 2.3. It's a big jump. You know, 5.5%, man. 0.5%, no joke. A little bit more, 0.5%. No joke. So GU now at resistance. This is the problem we said. We wanted to trade this range. It filled that range, right? So now we're at a resistance. I want to see what happened on DAX here. See if DAX got affected. No, DAX chilled. So that's nice. DAX also has structure right now as well. So if we can leave this resistance up here, could be okay for buys. So maybe a focus on DAX today can be a good idea here. It's 2.2% more than last year. No, it's not. It's not compared like that. It's not compared like that. It's by monthly basis they do this. You see? So they're comparing it, right? You know, they're comparing it to the year before. It's sampled and compared to the year before. Inflation coming up again globally could be a problem. Yes. I mean, Trump is not pro-inflation. He will bring inflation up, but he's good for business. So that's in the US. And that comparison gives 2.3%, not 0.5%. Yeah, but the comparison compared to last time, previous, is a big jump. So the jump between previous and this time is 0.5%. That's a big jump. So why did they compare last time and things were extremely low, right? Only 1.7% difference. Now we have 2.3. So where is that 0.5%? Why in that period last month did they have such a low comparison? Why was it only 1.7% and now suddenly it goes to 2.3? So 0.5 difference between both comparisons. It's a jump. See how gold closed? I can see the price 29 means it closed bearish. Yep. So here's the tap of the 4-hour support. I think it's good to tap the 4-hour support nevertheless. You know, it does give us some form of, if we reject it, at least we've tapped that as a target. So we've reached the zone. Question is, can we even buy from down here? Is even a potential, right? We don't have to wait for all the way up here. Could potentially buy from here. If price wants to melt from here through the 4-hour support, need to start looking at how can we capitalize on sells from here. 1 hour does look clean below the 4-hour support. 30-minute has this little support here. I think the 15-minute is lower. Let's double check. No, we're fine. So maybe below this 15 might be the sells, but we'd want to see structure here. So kind of close below, bullish candle, then bearish candle. Why? Because we're at a 4-hour support. If we're going to reject somewhere, it's going to be the 4-hour support, right? DAX even making its pullback. Jew and mental, yeah, all things would go. Thoughts on gold? Yeah, that was my thoughts on gold. I can see on 1 hour, I can see CTA at the left. Can you explain why at resistance level my chart is broken? What do you mean by CTA? What is a CTA? Call to action? You see a call to action on the left? So what are we going to do with GJ is the question here. Need some sort of structure. So we need to let this news candle calm down. Clear range. What is DAX doing? Pulling back at the moment. On 1 hour I can see clear range at the left. Can you explain why is it at resistance level in my chart at broken resistance? Which one? Which pair are you talking about? Because I'm looking at previous 4 hour here, right? This is a previous 4 hour range. We only crossed through it once, right? So whatever was support can now flip resistance. It is possible. We can see it doing some sort of reaction. Yeah, DAX is pulling back at the moment. We'll see what DAX does. Nevertheless, it is creating structure. So either it gets above here for buys or it pulls back deeper and setup 2 becomes an option. Gold is trying to make its way down towards that 15-minute support and the 30-minute support. What's my spread on DAX? We'll see if it's calmed down now. Should be about 50. Yeah, it's back to 50 now. But before the open, it's at 200. 200 before the open and then 50 after the open. So it's a big difference. That's why I trade DAX after the open. You know, a 30-minute bullish candle here back above 4 hour support would be nice. It's a little bit scary to sell this at the moment. High time frame is quite strongly bullish. Mine is always 490. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. 490 constant? No way. But make sure they're measuring it. Might be 49, right? Might be 49. New all-time for Bitcoin? Yeah, 92,600. Right now, then I hit... Oh, 94 was tapped overnight. Sheesh. Nice. Didn't see 94 was tapped overnight. Yeah, very good higher highs, higher lows, man. Just running a smooth little uptrend right here. I don't like this consolidation making its way towards the upside. Feels like it wants to dump at some point, but we know that's coming. 95 here, 95. Nice entry for long on Bitcoin. No, if you're looking for intraday, you want setup 1, right? Setup 1 would be a close above the range. Setup 1 close. 1 hour close bearish as well. 30-minute close bearish. Setup 1 would be close above the highs. Gold will break the support level, couldn't create a nice higher high. Could do, but we have to let price action show us that, right? Right now it's rejecting that 4-hour support till now. You'll know in 3 minutes if a 15-minute candle is able to close below or not. Bid is 19,127. Ask is 19,232. Yeah, that's massive spread. That's massive. Let's see how that would look on the chart. Ask is 32, bro. Oof, your lines are like this wide. Yeah, it's too much, bro. That's more. That's too much. Mine is 0.5 basically, so 0.5 points is my spread. So this is how big my spread is, like that. This big. Yeah. This is how big it is in the open. But before the open, it's at 200. So 200 would be, oh shit. 200 is like that. Pretty big. Poll for YouTube business. Should I put the poll for YouTube business? Or we leave it today? Today we might just do the manual YouTube business. The classic YouTuber. Hello guys, if you haven't left a like, please leave all of that BS. That's why we call it the YouTube BS. Makes a difference. Looks like gold will actually close above here, so if a candle's closing bullish, can start to kick off those buys. GJ is now trying to get above that resistance right now. 5-minute candles back-to-back bullish. Yeah, it makes it pretty cooked, to be honest, when you have something move like that. We ideally wanted just the wick down and then look to take the buys here after the wick down. The wick down would be liquidity grab. Do you consider gold being at the bottom of the overall range? Is it now at the bottom of the overall range, or was it at the bottom of the overall range? We're talking higher time frame, session time frame. Need more info. Hit the likes, come on, press the button. 24 level being the bottom of the range. You mean for session though? For session or for higher time frame? Higher time frame? No, higher time frame, we're not at the bottom of the range, right? Higher time frame. Bottom of the range for now is going to be 559. 559 is bottom of the range. We're actually technically not even mid-range yet. Mid-range is going to be about 660. It's a massive range. But in this range, there will be a new range will form. A new range will form. I'll be very surprised to see no range formed. What's the spread on gold and broker? Do they charge anything above buy and sell spread? I feel my broker is ripping me off. Yeah, I pay $7 per lot. I actually enjoy trading DAX because there's no commissions. It's actually super cool. So I basically have 0.5 pip spread with no commissions. It's like, bro, where's that a reality? I think it's like a little loophole, to be honest. Yeah, $7 per lot. How much do brokers charge these days per lot? I think $7 per lot these days is classic. $5. Yeah. You get charged different on each pair. No, they put standard. Gold is cheaper than Forex pairs. Damn. Gold has no bottom wick on broker, even on daily. Let's have a look on broker. I mean, each broker feed on DAX is going to be drastically different. Yeah, even on my broker has no bottom wick, yeah. So if we're taking buys, we need to be careful of that, not be too greedy. Bro, I'm a video editor. Can I edit your videos? Unfortunately, I have a video editor at the moment. But thank you for the offer. Black Bull is $4 per lot. Yeah, I've always been used to $7 per lot. It's expensive, but I like the liquidity of IC. But it's not even 1 pip, right? So they're adding like another, so $7 per lot would be probably like another 0.7 basically, another 0.7 spread. You know, the commissions per lot, by the way, guys, is just adding spread. Like, think about it. Even if you got entered later in your position, if your spread is like 0.7 pips higher, and you got entered later in your position, on screen it looks scary, but you're paying the same by paying commission, right? What do you think about trading Solana meme coins? I won't trade in Solana meme coins. I would gamble in Solana meme coins. I mean, that's what you're doing, right? You kind of put money in, close your eyes, and hope for the best. You're not really trading, bro. What type of bullshit are you doing trying to trade that? You know? But it's good. It's good. Definitely can make, you know, definitely can do something with that. I've been looking at some meme coins recently. Bit of fun. Just set a budget. Very important. Set a budget. Otherwise it will just eat up your money, man. But they say the only gamblers who lose are the ones that quit. Don't gamble, kids. Don't gamble. What's your advice on payout intervals? Like payout myself every week, every 2 weeks, every month, every month. Don't pressure yourself to pay yourself out every 2 weeks. Does it make sense? If you're gonna pay yourself every month. How will you fund me to trade meme coins? What's your stats? To trade meme coin? No, to ape in meme coins? Depends. I'll fund you, but I'm not funding you to purposely lose all the money. $200K funded meme coin? Holy man, that would be an insane portfolio. Imagine 200K on meme coins. But imagine you get it all wrong. It's totally screwed at that point. Lost my kid's tuition on meme coins. He's 8 years old and he's going to be working at McDonald's starting next week. Damn, bro. That's child labor, though. That's child labor. That's child labor. Why don't you work at McDonald's, bro? Why you put your kid in that? What a bad father. Hoping that guy is joking. Who knows, man? This is the wild, wild west. We're talking about the Forex internet here. I wouldn't be surprised, man. I doubt he's joking. I have another 2 kids. Now you have 3 workers. Oh man, we're gonna get banned. Opening Pokemon cards is the greatest form of gambling. I think that's like a lottery ticket, right? It's the same thing. He's even proud. That's why he wrote it there. You know, my son works. He's not even started secondary school. He works. What's your son doing? Oh, my son goes to this private school. Don't ask. He's still in school, bro. My son works. Private school, you're telling me. Keep that shit. My son works. How does he work? Where does he work? That doesn't matter. What do you do? Have you heard of Ponke? Have you heard of Doge? Have you heard of... There's like some coin now. Have you heard of Trump? Those are my businesses, you could call them. How's it going? Oh, you know, typical startup, you know, we have expenditures in the beginning. First 2 years are not supposed to be profitable for a business. What's the difference between Forex and futures? It's a little bit more complex topic, but essentially futures market is centralized. It should be centralized by the CME if I'm not mistaken. You can't trade pairs on the futures market, right? You can't trade, you know, Forex pairs. Can't trade Euro NZD, can't trade GBP CHF, can't trade GBP JPY, can't trade most of these stuff. Meme coins and futures are the same. Wouldn't the options be the same? Meme coins is like parlay, one lag, meaning one person can kill the whole parlay. No, it depends if you allocate it, man. If you allocate it properly. Man, GJ is not playing games today. So was a annoying session when you have this BS to, you know, fill your range. It's like, come on, man, that's my range I wanted today, and you had to fill it. There should be some sort of tax that we get paid for when this happens. I think GJ is not tradable for now. I think, yeah, we have to wait a little bit, but luckily we have other pairs. We have gold here, and we have DAX as well. That looks like it could be cooking something. It's trying to get back above that support. You can see bullish candle forming now. So we can slowly make our ways above this support. But you can trade EU, GU, AU on futures, 6E, 6B, 6A. Yes, you can trade those, but you can't trade like GBP JPY, stuff like that. They're not exactly the same as well. They're a little bit different, of course. I mean, if you're in US and trading gold, then you might as well just trade futures. Makes sense. If you're trading US 30, NAS, might as well just trade futures. What did your family think when you got started out in trading? Well, I asked my family to trust me with some money to invest in Bitcoin for them. So I invested in Bitcoin at about, and Ethereum at about $300 and $9,000. And then when we had this good rally to about 70K, they obviously made money in that, and they kind of were happy, right? They could see it making money. So they didn't really know I transitioned to trading. They didn't really know what trading was, you know? So they thought all this crypto was the same, like it was all as one, right? So I didn't really go into detail because, you know, I was just saying I'm doing the same thing. And then as I started to, you know, form results, I started to get them involved. Well, not involved, but just explain it. And they're like, oh, that's interesting. My parents are involved in business, so, you know, they're quite They know how this stuff works in terms of ups and downs and stuff. So I was able to, you know, discuss the journey. But yeah, they were supportive about it. Now, if you want to gain your parents' trust, you need to be, first of all, mature, and you also need to do things that your parents can realize that you're not just trying to bum out, right? Like, they remember, at the end of the day, they just want best for you. They're trying to do the best for you, even though it might not be what in your eyes the best option that is going to happen for you. For them it is, right? And you have to respect that. Something I always tell people, you can never pay back your parents, right? It's impossible. It's impossible to pay them back, right? How much they've done for you, brought you up. Now, yeah, of course, there's an argument for people who are salty and say, oh, they brought me into the world. I didn't ask to be brought into the world. Man, shut up. Just shut up. So, you know, realize that, you know, of course, they take care of you to your best ability. And that's not for everyone. Some people have bad relationship with their parents, you know. That's of course, that's a possibility here. But if we're talking about people, you know, even bad relationship with their parents, I think can be fixed. You know? As the kid working in McDonald's, he will have a bad relationship with his parents, yes. They trust you after you come out of hellhole. Until then, you're gambling? Not really, no. You have to instill trust in saying a plan. They have to see, right? They have to see your tenacity, they have to see that your work ethic, they have to see what you're doing, all of that good stuff, you know. You can't just rock up, you know, and gamble. Like you said, you have to prove that you're not gambling. Wonder if this sell can make sense if we do end up closing below the 15. We have about a minute. How big is stop loss here? 31 pips. First target here, 19 pips. To get down here is 40 pips. To here is 27. Interesting. See if we close below, could have that sell come through. Damn. That sucks. That sucks. Last 20 seconds, last 30 seconds, we get this. Yeah, that's unlucky, that one. Especially this was 30-minute close as well. Stop talking about trades. I know, right? It's okay. We can wait for some form of pullbacks. No target has been tapped yet. So if this pulls back into this range, we could get a juicy setup. If not, then that's how it is. When you say something, it reverses it, doesn't reverses it. It plays it out. It plays it out. If it reverses it, good. Gives us time. See, this setup here, what happened? 5-minute candle bullish, bearish 5-minute. I will take a sell, right? You got to start taking in reverse now? No, I got to start taking ahead. Not in reverse. If I took in reverse, I'd be losing. Right? Being like this? Actually, no, man. We've been on an amazing streak here. This is my best streak I've been on. Over a month without a loss, but I know that can change today even. You know, so it's actually been pretty good, man. You know, and this is why it's been good, because I haven't been fazed by stuff like this. Jump into bullshit just because I feel like I want to, right? If it closed below, I'd be in, no problems. That's the difference. Trump will make that win rate go up. I don't care about win rate. Win rate can fluctuate very quickly. If I take another loss right now, my win rate will drop by 1%. But my wins don't increase the win rate. They increase the win rate by maybe 0.15%, 0.2%. But one loss will decrease it by 1%. So it's not really that important. What's more important is how you manage the loss and how often you're taking losses. Now he's talking about no losses were cooked. Yeah, now that I said that, next trade will probably hit us. It's just how the markets work. But you can't really say anything because you're here following a process. You follow a plan. So regardless of the outcome, I'm not phased, right? That's the difference. Because right now anything could happen. That's why I'm confident about talking about it, because anything can happen. Anything can happen. But like I said, like even Ali said here, yeah, basically bear setup 2. You're just repeating what happened back here. Now with the confirmation that we close in the zone, because we didn't tap the target of the zone, which is the lows. At least first target is here where my mouse is, 25, let's say. Key level 25. We can call that, you know, the number where you'd be looking to tap. So if we pull back, which we just tapped now anyways, so if we were to pull back, I shouldn't speak here. Now it's actually true. So also a thunderstorm could have been an option here, but we just pushed down. So if we look, how can we get involved in this move? I think 1 hour candle is the only way you get involved. But hey man, you're not doing well on a 1 hour candle, to be honest, because your stop loss respecting rules is 85 pips. Yeah, you're up 30 pips, but what are you going to do with 35 to 85? Now, based on 30 minute, maybe you could have taken a tier break and then stop loss above this high. But you tend to forget at that time we're actually looking at potential buys. Looking at potential buys, right? Potential buys. This is also a 4 hour zone. So we wanted something closing below the 4 hour. Does your strategy work with swing trading? Yes, it does. That's what I use to swing trade. Just a little bit different in terms of the zones you need to take, right? I wrote that down yesterday. As long as you follow tier strategy, you win even if you lose, as long-term probabilities are with you. Great perspective. It is. It keeps you calm. The problem is people tend to change the probabilities, right? By adding stuff or doing stuff out of emotion. That's what will mess things up. But again, you're human at the end of the day. You will make mistakes, right? Man. It sucks because this was looking good. It's okay. We still have DAX here. DAX is also still trying to get towards the top of the range. Sharp indicator is ahead. But the thing is, I'll tell you the truth, guys. I'll tell you the truth. And a lot of people won't realize this. And I want everyone to listen very closely here. This is very important because this happens in your own trading. Very closely here. The reason why you feel like when I call a position and it happens and you miss out on it is because you only notice the ones that play out. We were calling buys above here, but the candle didn't just shoot through the screen, so you forget about that, right? Because if I was to call it ahead, then this should have shot through the screen and you would have been like, oh, you called the position and it went. But this would have been a losing position. So you only remember the ones that would have happened. But how many positions do we call without our confirmation that don't end up happening? And they end up would have been a loss without the confirmation. So that's the thing. That also happens in your trading. You guys always notice the missed opportunities, but never look at the options that you would have forced and lost. You don't remember those. You only remember the options that were there. So this option here that we were looking for buys on close above, we didn't get the close above, keeping us safe. But if it was to do it ahead of the trade, then we would have said, oh, we didn't get a close today. It shot through the screen, right? Like, let's say this candle just started ripping up. It would have been like, oh, you should have not have talked about it. It's because you're only remembering the ones that play out. But this one would have failed. Same thing here, right? If this didn't close below or this just shot through, the next one started reversing now, you would have been like, you know, it wouldn't have annoyed, right? So that's a super important point here in the market. Super important point. Here it gets a little bit choppy, eh? Harry, don't look at DAX, nothing happening. I saw the price, I can see the price. That sucks. Oh no, it's coming back, it's coming back. I thought it pushed through. Give me a sec, I'll go to the bathroom, talk to the market makers right now. Give me a sec. What did you eat today? What do you want to know what I ate? What I always eat. Nvidia tapping 140 euros. Nvidia is moving mad, bro. Even Microsoft. GJ looking interesting up to the daily resistance. I think GJ needs some sort of structure here. If the 5-minute can close above on DAX, we have an early opportunity here. Let's see. It's trying. Oof. I don't know. Yeah, that's not above. We have to check broker though. If I was to check broker. I need bigger screen. Bigger screen. On broker, it's above. Yeah, on broker, it's above. Yeah, I'm gonna give this a shot. I'm gonna give this a shot. Break of this high. 4 buys here since it closed above on the broker. Stop loss below the 5-minute candle low. 19-point stop loss. Let's see. All right. Broke that on my broker. Took that there. Holy shit, why the position came so big? Nice. Good volume here. Yeah, 15-minute close. We want 15-minute small bottom wick and then to go. Great push here. Fifteen-minute close here. Need some volume for the 15-minute close. All right, can we flip? Can we flip? Whoa, 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 whoa. Needs to slow down there. Needs to slow down. What's this FU candle? That's a nasty 1-minute candle. Where's that rejecting from? $50-minute resistance, which one? Interesting, interesting. I'm not seeing where it's rejecting from. I'm trying to find out. Did I miss it on broker? If it's low on broker, we're absolutely screwed. No, on broker, it hasn't tapped it on broker. It hasn't tapped it on broker. On broker, I don't even have a top wick on this 15. Once price makes a top wick on my broker, if it comes back to entry, I might close half. Can we get the flip here? That's what I'm looking for. Can we get the flip? Getting close to London. Want to see the flip. Can we get the flip, Mr. Dex, please? Can we get the flip? Once this breaks the highs, we should be good. Will be a thunderstorm. Come on, Dax, break the highs now. Come on, Dax, break the highs. Give us that pop. I reflipped. I actually made a top wick on my broker now. On my broker that broke the highs, yeah. So I feel we should be able to be break even here. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do before London Open here. We shouldn't need to reflip back now. 1 minute should be creating structure right now. Yeah, 1 minute has structure here. Yeah, so I'm going to be break even here on this position, as we shouldn't need to reflip right now. Especially with London opening coming soon. That should be good. Let's see. Oh man. It's tapping my break even now. Still up, still up. Still okay, still okay. Can I survive it? Reject now. Now. All right, I'm out break even there. That stopped me out at break even. Yeah, with London Open approaching here, we shouldn't need to reflip back bearish here. We shouldn't need to reflip back bearish. This could be a retest, but I'd rather wait for London Open. I even got slipped. No, I didn't get slipped, man. Accurate. Not even 1 pip. Accurate, accurate. Oh man, watch this fly now. Watch this fly. Uh-oh. Yeah. A little bit aggressive, I think. Man, they're listening, I swear. All of us out break even, all. And the crazy thing is on my broker, it tapped this previous resistance line. Like on my broker, it retested the range perfectly. On this, it's different. I'm still in, I'm still in. Yeah, should be good here. Yeah. Fuck. It's hard when... Did it look like it flipped on my broker? I mean, now it's approaching the 15. We'll see. I mean, this is a good spot to be break even. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. TP hit. TP hit. TP hit. Nice. Nice. That's a beauty, actually. Didn't tap anything as well. Yeah, I think I was a bit too aggressive on that. Yeah, congrats to those who held. Beautiful trade. Plan played out perfectly. I think slightly too aggressive from my side. I saw this 1 minute structure forming above here. Just needed that one more retest here. One more retest is what it needed. That one more retest. It's a good trade. You guys still caught it, Took it. Nice. Well done, guys. Yeah, that's a winning trade. Yeah, I think I should have just left it here. Allowed it to maybe mental break even would have been good, or manage. I think manage would have been good. Yeah, this would... Maybe move stops to below here. Keep it like this. This would have been much better here. Half stop loss, right? Yeah. But clean trade, man. This was a fucking clean trade. That's... Yeah. Yeah, that's a painful one, actually. Very, very painful. Mental BE would have been the move. Should have done it then, man. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm doing today, it seems. Why did you close? Yeah, it's okay, man. You know, this is what happens. It's okay. You guys, most of you guys in there made profit anyways because you don't even go break even. So, man, that was a clean trade. No one calls the trades like that. That was a very clean trade. I was happy with the execution. Found the 5 minute, checked my broker. 5 minute did close above on my broker. If I didn't talk about that, this trade would never been an option. We then waited for it. We held through the drawdown here. We held through price just sitting at entry. Price then reversed, rebroke the highs. We started to form 1 minute structure. Above here, we rebroke the highs. The next candle came through here. Question is, okay, fine, just tapped us. We should have just held maybe a little bit more. Manage the trade with a smaller loss. You know, that's it. That's the best way. Maybe take a loss instead, right? But then if we take a loss, you're going to say, why didn't you go break even? So there's always two sides to the coin here. Overall, trade was good. I'm happy with it. Overall, trade was good. That's just really, that's annoying, man. That's fucking annoying. Pip, man, a pip. TP was on point, right? 1-to-1. A pip. That box, the box was key. Manage below the box. Have you experienced with set and forget? Does the data show better results with managing? Yes, definitely. Definitely, because if I take a loss on this position, like today I had a chance, if I'm looking back at this position, like imagine this candle came through here and dumped. If I took a loss on this position, right, it will take maybe 2 wins, right? 2 wins to get me back up. A break even will only take me 1 win here, right? Especially with DAX, no commissions. But I'm looking back, the only way that you can avoid that scenario is like, let's say trade management right now. So if I manage this trade, and just put stop loss below the range here, that would have been better. But I guess that's more hindsight now that I see that. Moving stop loss to the 5-minute low, trailing stop loss would have been better. It's a lot different when you have a lot of risk on the table. And obviously, you know, tons of people are here and, you know, you need to make an executive decision here, which people don't make, right? So that's kind of like, okay, what is the safest option in this scenario? My safest option is allow it to re-break the high. Once it re-breaks the high, hopefully we should get a push. Obviously that push didn't happen and we ended up just tapping before it happened, which is kind of like that 1 second, you know, it's like one more tap before it comes back. Just one more tap, which is just unfortunate, you know. But yeah, that's fucking pissed me off for the session, man. I don't trade when I feel like this now. That's me. Done. Now I'll do something stupid if I continue. And this is the power. Because I did everything correct, right? Analysis was correct. Plan from the morning was correct. Literally told we need structure. Once we get structure, we need a candle closing above. Even analyze the 5-minute candle above, held the drawdown. This candle here is what we tried to avoid, right? This candle here. So that's why when it rebroke the highs, I expected a quick pop. At least that pop now has this to respect. That pop has this to respect right now, you know? Once we popped above, but it seemed like it just needed one more tap. But this is gonna be, you know, what I experiment. The small traits that DAX can form here. The small traits. Honestly, structure was fine. That's why I told you immediately I know I should just accept the loss. But hey, if people take a loss right now, everyone's going to be on my case saying, oh, you should have gone break even, bro. You were up 50%, 60% to your take profit. So remember, there's no perfect way. The best way is the way you plan. Like really, that's the only way you have. The only way you have is the way that you plan. So if I make the decision, I can't do anything to change that decision, right? That's it, done. Game over. Trade was right, plan was right, analysis was right, morning was right. I would have been B anyways. My B never hit. No, I would have been take profit for sure. That hit my take profit. So if I'm looking back at this, right? Entry was here, good entry. Stop loss. Yeah, stop loss should have just been moved up. That's the way you get out of it. It's either you move stop loss up or you just... Yeah, you move stop loss up or that's it. Gold also continued down. 1 hour no top wick. We're sitting at 1 hour support here as well. What level do you think gold will flip? It must be approaching a supply zone. It's at a support right now. 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame technically has room to continue if it wants to. It can continue all the way down to 612. So the sells will continue below the support if it wants to sell. If not, now in this type of setup is where you want that setup 5, right? I know, John, you're in the group, so you can check that setup 5 right there. That's the one you want. Change the structure and then you take it back towards the upside. Also closing back inside that previous 1-hour range. That's the one. That is the one. Otherwise, it's just gonna hang about down here, but you need supports to form. Give you the confirmation that it's done moving down, because if you're looking at supply and demand, like you said, then this supply was disrespected, this supply was disrespected. I mean, sorry, that demand was disrespected, this demand, I don't know, you know? So this is where supply and demand, you need to be very careful. When there's momentum, it's gonna be disrespected. So that's why wait for support or reaction from zones, right? Online, you will see the people who tell you that, oh, I caught it from the wick. Yeah, but what about this one you took? What about that one you took? Because they're stacked. So now we need to see how does price form. I do backtesting every day as a beginner. Isn't that good? Without putting work, I feel empty and guilty that we're not putting in work in trading. Yes, it is good, but you have to have targeted backtesting. Just backtesting for no reason is not going to help. It's not going to help. You see what I mean? It's not going to help. So you need to, what are you backtesting, right? Are you just simulating as a whole? You need to have targeted, focused. What exactly are you doing, you know? I'm very happy with the way that it ended up playing out though. Whenever you have a frustrating situation like that, it really sucks. I mean, for me, it really sucks. Like, that really pisses me off because I'm the one putting in the work to analyze that, and you know, that's my payment. But the good thing you guys have to realize is, was your analysis correct? Like, it was just an error on my side on management, which you can't always be right at, you know? But look at the progression. At one point in your journey, you will be wrong by losing trades. And then the narrative switches, and now the way you're wrong is like managing in profit. So I'd rather be wrong managing in profit than losing trades. You know what I mean? Hi, $100 for a course or live account being on purpose for education. I would say take your $100, keep it in your pocket. Watch my free course on YouTube, right? Watch my free course on YouTube. After you watch my free course on YouTube, if you want to spend money, then only spend $50. You can join that and then put $50 into account and learn. You can join the exclusives and then do that if you want to spend money. Don't spend money on a course. You're not going to get much out of a course. Course you can get on YouTube, which is just going to be information, right? I wouldn't how do you lot size calculate DAX? I put buy stops. That helps me, and now I've learned how to calculate it because it works very much like my lot size is just times 10. So for example, I'll put a buy stop, the position on MT5, and for this position I put 50 lots. Okay, so that'll risk about $1,050, something like that. So 50 lots. 50 lots, you can, when you put the buy stop and you drag the stop loss, it shows you how much you're losing. So you put buy stop, you drag the stop loss, it shows you how much you're losing. On the phone is how it works. You know? Also works on the PC. Good show. Guys, can you stop asking about gold? How childish are you, man? We spoke about gold. We said if it creates supports can go up. For sells now, sells are done. You guys are looking to sell gold. You said it made a top wick. Sells are done for now. Right? Sells are done for now. Be patient. Have you tried C-Trader? Is any good? I have people in the group using C-Trader. They love it. They love it. They use it. And they do rate it. I'm a bit old-fashioned. And realistically, Tradingview is only what I use for execution. So I don't really mind. MetaTrader is undisputed in terms of execution speed. You see, look, so if you buy stop it, you see, you can do this. This is a buy stop. You can see, look, you put the buy stop and it tells you how much, and then you can press the confirm at the bottom, you see? So that's how you can calculate quickly. So you just put the position and then you'll be able to see that there is P&L, right? That shows you your P&L. Oops, I don't want to confirm it. But yeah. How many days a week did gold go down after Trump election? It's a great question, man. I think it was something like... Let's check, man. Let's check. Must have been 6 weeks if I remember correctly. 2016 Trump election is this one. No, that's 18 here. This one. This is the one. So 1 weekly candle down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6. 6 and then a doji and then reverse. 6 weeks down and then reverse. But remember, we were coming from a downtrend though, huh? So different market positioning. We're coming from major, but technically we did go on a rally here, broke weekly structure. So yeah, we're coming from that highs there. It's a pretty decent rally, let's say. From here to here was about 13%. Yeah, it's pretty good, 16,000 pips. Not 16, what's that, 1,600 pips? Yeah. Yeah, 1,600 pips. 6 weeks. Right now, how many are we working on? 1, 2 weeks only, but very heavy though. DAX respecting that resistance, making its way down. Fuck. That was yeah. It's annoying for me to make that analysis. Last second decision. Bit me. It's moving down here. If we were to get back above this 1 hour, there will be buy options. There will be buy options to continue buys above this 1 hour, yes. If not, we will slowly continue down right now. I'm not going to be a seller. Nice little uptrend right now. Don't really want to sell against that uptrend. On gold here at the moment, we're slowly but surely creating support. We didn't close back in the range. This is where you want to see this candle reject like it's doing. Close bearish, next one close bullish. We'll start the bounce, right? That'll start the bounce. You know, this 4 hour, I think now we can start to deem in relative. You know, would have passed one of my funded with DAX right there. Little fucker will get it done. It's okay. Let's just move on from that. Doesn't really matter at this point now. Doesn't matter at this point. I would have made $1,000. Who cares? That was my payment for this week. I planned that. I'm the one executed on it, came up with everything, and I didn't get paid. So that is that. Nothing really more. Make a decision, move on. You have a decision you can make as well. So that is what you have to realize. What was the decision based on? You know? Can't complain once you make a decision. Just feels bad. Feels bad, but listen, man. I'm very surprised that it sucks, but listen, man. Imagine it was a loss. It would suck even more, right? You really can't complain when it's something like that. It's small. It just pissed me off because this week I've been waiting for a clean position like that, and I planned that, and it came clean, and close was good, and identified everything. So yeah, it's frustrating for me, of course, and for everyone else. You know? If we want, we can FOMO into another trade here at the highs, though. We can do that. See if we get a little bit lucky on the second shot. See if luck is on our side. That could be fine. Have profits to play. Gamble a little bit here. Have you planned a trade and then you sit out and watch it 300 pips? Worse, man. I've planned positions, huge positions I've planned. You know, this is a normal part of trading, guys. This is a normal part of trading. How do you overcome such frustration? To overcome a mess, just sit and embrace it. You're gonna be a human. You're gonna feel emotional about the situation regardless. You're human. But you just have to sit and understand. The problem is if you take action from it. If you take action from it, immediately jump back in. I mean, today you might have got away if you immediately jump back in, but you won't most of the time, all right? Most of the time you won't. Or you know, do something silly like, you know, over risk and start revenge trading. That's where things go wrong. But just to sit and feel pissed, I mean, that's normal. That's normal. It's part of the game, you know? That's part of the game, and that just shows that it means something to you. Like, that trade means something to me. I put a lot of effort into showing up every single day to be paid, and that cost me. And it's painful when it costs you. It's like losing business. I'm sure it's like losing a contract. You know, you had this big deal you were gonna sign with a contractor, boom, contract went. Or, you know, this person came to your store and was gonna buy something from you and then just ends up walking out last minute, you know, and you were super close. Those hurt, right? Don't tell me you don't feel those. I'm sure we have it in business. Or you were expecting a raise at the end of the year in your job and you never get a raise, you know? You're going to feel infuriated, right? You're going to be like, come on, I deserve it. Same thing here. especially when, you know, you show up and do an analysis and your job was correct. But one small factor does make differences. Same thing when you lose trades, guys. When you lose trades, that one small factor will make differences. You know? So it's just how it works. Just how it works. Rug pulled the coin. I'll have to watch this sound. This guy's streaming it? Who's fucking... Where's his dad, bro? Need to go get his dad, bro. How do I escape this? Escape. Oh, there you go. Man, this guy's cooked, bro. Damn. That's nasty. Yeah. Yeah. Bro, you get in trouble for that. You get in trouble. Man's stupid. He rug pulled everyone public. It's like robbing a bank but going to the police station first and telling them that you're gonna rob a bank at this time so you can arrest him after. He won't. All the money will be returned from his wallet and that's it. Game over. Bunch of fun. He learned how it is to gain money and lose money all at once. This is the... Bro. Malone is on a different level. Malone, different level. Bro. Anyways, boys, I'm gonna cut the stream here. I appreciate everyone showing up. It was a pleasure. Unfortunate. It's... hate to say it, but you know, it can happen here. It can happen. You make a decision and it goes against you. But we discussed that, and yeah, you know, we move on to the next here. Unfortunately, that was the trade of the session, that one shot. Right now, gold, like I said, that change of structure, very important. Didn't close above the zone. You need that change of structure before you attempt to take buys. Otherwise, we'll start consolidating it here. GJ was cooked from the beginning of the session. You can see now it's even more cooked. So let GJ be cooked. GJ is pretty tough here, to be honest. GJ is pretty tough, but we'll see what ends up happening later and then take it from there. But overall, appreciate everyone showing up. It was a pleasure. Oh, GU actually retraced the move. Interesting. And yeah, I appreciate everyone. Take care. Hopefully catch you guys on tomorrow's stream. Take care, Tradesharpe, and hopefully speak to you guys very, very soon. Peace. See you guys. See you.